How tall are you going to be at the R Classic? Around 6'3", right? Why not go for 6'4"? Maybe. We're gonna go for 6'5". I am called the Dutch oak for a reason. And what does an oak do? An oak grows, guys, an oak grows.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of really interesting bodybuilding updates. And the first thing we gotta start with is because when I saw this, I was laughing. This is a rare moment, honestly, for me to actually laugh at something in actual bodybuilding. There isn't a lot of humor in bodybuilding. I'm trying to bring it. Food is doing a good job with that as well. Some guys are doing it, but like really in bodybuilding, among bodybuilders, there really isn't a lot of humor, but this made me laugh. This honestly made me laugh. So Wesley Vissers is basically calling out Mike Sommerfeld, and he's gonna deny everything. He didn't call out Mike directly, but he knew I was gonna catch this, and he's probably in his room watching this video right now and laughing. But before we actually analyze what Wesley said actually in this video, let me play the full video for you guys. I mean, the whole thing that he said. It's hilarious.
A popular question I get, of course, is how tall are you going to be at the R Classic? So I've been thinking, I should at least get to around 6'3", right? But then I was thinking, why not go for 6'4"? Maybe. We're gonna go for 6'5". I am called the Dutch oak for a reason. And what does an oak do? An oak grows, guys, an oak grows. So I'm gonna go for around the 6'4", 6'5" mark, around there, but at least 6'3". We'll see. What do you guys think?
Oh my god, this was so funny, this was amazing. So you guys know that Mike Sommerfeld basically said recently, I made a video about it, he says that he is going to be 5'9" and 212 pounds, even though he was measured at 5'8" at a Mr. Olympia, and also admitted that he's actually 5'6" before the Mr. Olympia. His goal is to get to 5'9", and as we all know, we don't grow in height after a certain age. Kids grow in height, grown men don't. And Mike seems to be not aware of that. I mean, I don't know what kind of techniques he has on his disposal to get taller, but that's the goal. You know, he doesn't want to get in the show with his actual height. He wants to get taller somehow. And everybody thinks this is wild, this is hilarious. Mike also said this at the Mr. Olympia press conference, and everybody laughed at that time, but he was serious. I told you guys, he was actually serious, even though everybody thought he was joking. He wasn't joking, he was serious, and he still plans on getting taller for the Arnold Classic. And now we have Wesley making fun of him and saying, I'm 6'3", but why not go for 6'4", or hell, even 6'5"? And what's my nickname? A Dutch oak. And what does the oak do? It grows. That was a great joke. I mean, I hope Wesley's watching this and he's gonna leave a comment down below. And if he's gonna say that he is not calling out Mike Sommerfeld, that's okay. Let's all pretend this has nothing to do with Mike, because if he was open about that, it would definitely create a sort of more of a rivalry on that stage, animosity in a way. And for us that are watching this, we will kind of know that that's actually happening on that stage. And I'm not saying that Wesley has something personal against Mike, but he also obviously believes that what Mike is saying is ridiculous, as it absolutely is. And he's using this as an opportunity to make a satire, to actually have fun, to make a good joke. And this is actually a phenomenal joke. I'm not gonna lie, this is great, this is hilarious, I loved it. Whatever you guys think about this, tell me down below. And yeah, by the way, as you can see, Wesley is looking phenomenal right now. He's in great condition. He seems like he's gonna be at his best. I mean, we'll see, it all depends on how he peaks, what he brings. You maybe also saw that video of Mike's coach, Neil Hill, telling Mike that he is not ready yet, that he is not ready for the show at 5 weeks out, like he usually is. Check it out.
You're not behind on fat levels, but we're not where that normal, like, fuck, I could look at you at 5 weeks out and say, I'll put you on stage now. Do you understand? We're not there. So it's more so just being there, and we'll probably be where we need to be at about 2.5, 3 weeks out. We'll be where we need to be then. But I feel that we've got to start pushing. and we can't go into a deficit today because you haven't caught up on yourself.
So he's saying usually Mike is ready for the stage at 5 weeks out, and this year he's going to be ready at 2.5 weeks out. So why is everybody saying that he's not ready? He is not ready now, but he doesn't need to be ready now. He needs to be ready in 6 weeks. So there is more than enough time for him to be ready completely. But in my opinion, he is like 2-3 weeks out, really, with condition. But with height and weight, who the hell knows? I mean, we don't know what his weight cap is or what his actual height really is. I mean, we know it's 5'8" on paper officially, probably less than that, but they gave him 5'8". Now he's greedy, he wants more, he wants to be a freaking open bodybuilder in classic physique, which is absolutely ridiculous. Wesley knows it, he's not gonna call it out directly, but he did it in his own way, and I thought it was an amazing way, and I had to bring it here and show it to you guys. If you guys also thought it was funny, or whatever you think, tell me down below in the comment section. All right. The next thing we got is something absolutely freaky from Andrew Jacked. Why is it freaky? Well, it's freaky because this is Andrew Jacked. This is one of the best bodybuilders in the world, potentially the next Mr. Olympia, and he's showing us his massive back of his, and he does have a massive back. Now, for an Andrew Jacked physique update, is this really that impressive? Honestly, I would say no. Now, he didn't post this as a photo. He also posted it as a thumbnail of his training video. I don't know why he's doing that. That's Andrew Jacked. He always tries to do something, I don't know, to make himself different, I guess. He wants to be special. You know, I think he has a bit of an ego and he doesn't want to just post a photo like a normal bodybuilder. He wants to, you know, tease us. He can't post just a normal physique update. He has to do something weird. Last year, before the Mr. Olympia, he didn't post anything. We had no idea what he looks like. He hid away until the stage. He was hiding something truly special, and he surprised us all. So I understood that afterwards, but why is he doing this right now, this way, showing us his physique through his reels, thumbnails? I have no idea, but let's focus on the physique right here. Now, the back, again, phenomenal, wide, thick, looks good, looks conditioned, looks detailed, complete. But there is one thing about this that I definitely do not like, and I'm pretty sure you guys can see it as well, and that's Andrew's lower body. First of all, the first thing that I see, and I'm sure you do as well, the lack of conditioning in the glutes. Now, should he be more conditioned at 6 weeks out? No, he doesn't need to be more conditioned. He could be, and then he could play with condition for the last 6 weeks, you know, just work on fullness and stuff like that, on details. But no, he's gonna probably, you know, have to push it for the next 4 weeks or so, and then maintain the conditioning for the last 2. It is what it is. Still enough time to be in good shape, but what I don't like here, even more so, is definitely the size of the legs from behind. Now, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Andrew Jacked. I want to see him do really well. I want to see him win the Mr. Olympia. I'm a huge fan of his physique, especially. But when I look at this, man, his lower body from behind, like, those legs look tiny, you know, honestly, compared to the upper body. This looks kind of like blessing a Audible, basically, from behind. It's not good. It's not great. And recently, I spoke about this topic. Basically, Sean Ray said that Samson is pushing the weight unnecessarily, and Fuad's comment was that he has to because Andrew Jacked is improving. Is he really? I mean, he definitely brought better conditioning, but is he improving in size? I don't think so. At the age of 42, I don't think Andrew Jacked is going to just show up with massive legs at this point of his career. No, as you can see right here, his legs are small from the back. From the front, they look good because he has good shape in the quads, but really from behind, the thickness of the legs and the look of the hamstrings and the adductors and everything like that, his entire posterior chain in the lower body, it's just not that great. It's definitely not great. And, you know, Hadi also has a similar issue. Hadi from behind in the lower body, especially the last couple of years, didn't look that great, but who knows if Hadi is even going to show up. And also, Hadi is better in the lower body than Andrew Jacked, for sure. And the upper body, I would say Hadi is at least matching him, at least in this pose. from the back in the back lat spread. Let's assume Hardy doesn't show up. You know, he has to go against Nick Walker in this pose and in the back double with legs looking small like this. Man, I mean, one thing is for sure, Arnold Classic is going to be fun. It's going to be very interesting. As far as Andrew Jack, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of great shots, overall great physique, but this kind of makes me doubt him quite a bit. Look at those legs from behind. Not great. Not great. The way I see it. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below. Alright, and the last thing we got for today, guys, is an update. Finally, a physique update from Rafael Brandao. And it's been quite a while since we saw something concrete, something actual from this guy. Now, the last time he competed at the Arnold Classic, he actually surprised everybody. He was in a, I don't want to say close second to Samson and Hardy, but, you know, he kind of almost was in that mix. You know, I wouldn't say he was really firmly in that third. John De La Rosa was kind of fighting against him, but not really. He wasn't going to get in the top 2 or fall down to 4th or 5th. He was very firmly in that third. And then he also competed at the Mr. Olympia. After that, he had some sort of stomach issue. And it seemed like he was going to retire, that he was done with bodybuilding. But no, apparently he fixed that. Whatever it was, I can't really remember what it was, but it was some sort of a stomach issue. It prevented him from doing bodybuilding for a while, but he's back now. He's definitely back, and usually when Rafael goes off, when he disappears, he comes back bigger and better. Did that happen this time around? Honestly, I don't know if I see any major changes. You know, last time it looked like he was still a level below guys like Hardy, guys like Samson in terms of size. It seemed like he still made a lot of progress. He got close to them, but in order to be that big, he needed another like 20, 30 pounds of muscle. And he can get away with weighing less because he has such phenomenal shape for open, like really classic lines, even though he is massive. So he doesn't really need to be as big, but he still needed to get a little bit bigger. Now, did he do that again? I don't know if I can see that, guys. As far as conditioning, it's not phenomenal. He's not completely ready, like 6 weeks out. But this is good enough. This is good enough, especially for Rafa, because he does tend to have a problem with fullness. You know, if he is a little bit too conditioned, he could be flat in the end. This, I think, is perfect. I think his coach, Neil Hill, knows exactly what he's doing. I think this guy is going to be full-blown, spot-on, conditioned enough. He never really had a problem with conditioning. He's always in great shape. He did have a problem with fullness, and if he's in this kind of condition, this size, at this point, I think this is definitely a great point for Rafa. Now, again, do I see any massive changes in terms of size? Personally, I do not, but again, Rafa is tall and he also has really good shape, really good lines. So when he's actually on that stage, hitting the poses compared to the other guys, he can actually look a lot bigger and better, but in reality, he is definitely not one of the biggest guys. Again, he can't go against guys like Samson and Hardy and Nick Walker and Andrew Jack as well with size. But it's going to be an interesting comparison, especially Andrew Jack and Rafael Brandao, if they actually end up in a call-out. That's going to be interesting because they're both very aesthetic, but I think Andrew is still a lot bigger. This is what Rafael Brandao looks like right now. I think he's spot on with conditioning and overall look, but do I think he made a lot of progress since last year? No, it's good that he's even back competing again after that health scare. But to make progress, he needs, I would say, a year of a really good off-season, not just, you know, going off the gear and working on health and then coming back to compete. That's not going to do it. He needs some proper hardcore off-season to make a lot of progress and get to that level of size that he needs to get to. But hey, whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.